welcome all the participants for your wonderful support and interest to join this very useful program. Definitely, you will get very good info through our senior professor. So with this, I wish to make a brief introduction about Dr. S. Neelamani. Presently, Dr. S. Neelamani is a senior research scientist, Coastal Management Program, Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research, Kuwait. He got his PhD from IIT Madras in 1990 and was teaching in the Department of Ocean Engineering in IIT Madras from 1990 to 2003. He has coordinated 60 research projects, 60 consultancy projects, 40 scientific training programs in the area of coastal engineering, and his specialization is physical modeling in ocean structures, ocean energy, and marine environmental issues. And with this, and he has more than 350 scientific papers in reputed international and national journals and conferences. Along with these accomplishments, he was recipient of so many specialized awards during his tenure. He was bestowed with Scientific Achievement Award by White Institute for the Scientific Research for 5 times since 2009 for his distinguished scientific contribution and achievements. Enjoy this session, and I request Dr. S. Neelamani take over this session. Sir, please, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our session.
Okay, madam. So I'm going to sharing now. Please tell me whether
Yes,
it
sir.
is visible. Visible, right?
Okay, sir. I will inform.
Okay. Okay. Fine. My voice is clear, madam?
Yes, sir. It is audible, clear.
Okay, good. Good afternoon, participants. Good afternoon, Professor Lakshmi, madam, for inviting me to interact with you, all the participants, to tell you about the job.
அது ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை நான் பேச இதை எடுத்து விட்டுறேன் வீடியோ
மேடம் பின்னாடி வாய்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்குது கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணிடுங்க மேடம் மிச்சங்கள்லாம் மியூட் பண்ணிடுங்க okay good so today we are going to discuss about the job opportunity scenarios real scenario in Gulf countries. This is because everybody after graduation you all wanted to settle in life with good job, attractive salary and packages. So that is what the dream of most of the engineers. So you have to know what is the real opportunities available in Gulf countries. How do you prepare yourself so that you will get a good job and good pay? You know, this is a Gulf country. See in this picture, India is here. This is the Gulf country here, this one. Okay, so you all know it. And Gulf country, if you fly by or if it is from satellite image, it looks like this. It looks everywhere, looks like a desert. On both sides you have sea, this is the Red Sea here, and here it is Arabian Gulf. Okay, so outside is Arabian Sea. So this whole Gulf countries, all the Gulf countries are surrounded by sea. These are all the Gulf countries, you know very well, I am sure you all know it, but anyway I will tell you, this is Kuwait. So I do my research in coastal engineering and ocean engineering in this country. So I work with Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research. It is a government research institute. I do my work here, and this is the biggest country in the Gulf region, Saudi Arabia, and this is another one, Oman. This whole thing is United Arab Emirates. Within this you have Dubai, Sharjah, all those things. The Qatar is here, then the smallest country here is Bahrain here. Gulf country, if you really come closer to the city side, it looks like this. You don't see desert like one you see from space. It is no more a desert. If you come closer, it will be like this. And some of the promising structures you see, these are seven-star hotel in Dubai. In Gulf country, people build many type of infrastructure in the sea. So that is the reason civil engineers with some experience in the construction of waterfront structures, they get good job opportunity. Because people here like to have their infrastructure in the seaside, not in the desert side. You see, this is in Dubai, they build this infrastructure like palm tree. It looks like palm tree. And each finger here, you see 50 to 60, 70, 80 homes, individual homes. People buy the flat here, then they build their infrastructure. So these are all multi-story buildings all around with many different type of commercial trading centers, banks, entertainment cities like that. So a typical mall, if you visit many of the Gulf country, it will be like this. And this is the one in Kuwait, very close to my home. Particularly, the people like infrastructure development with the beauty added into that. So even you see the beams, they are not straight, it is all curved type of beams. So people love to build infrastructure with more aesthetic views. A typical outdoor market, see we have similar to the Ulavar Sandai here in Tamil Nadu or any other state, we have also outside markets where you can buy vegetables and fruits in bags like this. And people in the Gulf country, they are all non-vegetarians, basically Muslims mostly, and they love non-vegetarian food like fish, prawns, or mutton, beef, like that. So every day, many people eat non-vegetarian every day, and they also prepare different type of dish using nuts like cashew nuts, badam, pista. So these are all famous in Gulf countries. Most of the Gulf countries, you see different type of sweets. Gulf country, after the main export item is oil and gas. Oil is either crude oil or refined oil. They do refining in refineries. They also export petrol, diesel, kerosene, and till that tar. They export all those things, including huge volumes of crude oil. And Qatar exports a lot of gas. They are very rich in gas. Other than oil, the second thing available everywhere is dates. So date fruits is so many varieties of date fruits is available in Gulf country. So this item also they export. In very good olden days, before discovery of oil, the people in Gulf country they were doing pearl. This is natural pearl, muttu. In Tamil we call it as muttu. Similar to tuttu. Cross, madam, cross voice is coming. Somebody is talking, please mute them. Okay, fine. So the thing is, see, in good olden days, the people were doing pearl diving into the Gulf Sea. They dive and then a lot of pearls they take and then they sell all around the world. They used to come to Bombay for selling natural pearl. And after selling the pearl, they used to buy food and all the other materials. They take all the way to Gulf. Nowadays, one of the biggest business in Gulf country is gold jewelry business. Okay, this is one of the good thing everywhere. You will see gold jewelry business is very flourishing. They sell high quality gold, 22 carat and 24 carats, high quality. You will see them. Normally, all the Gulf countries are ruled by kings. Kuwait is also ruled by a king. This is how the dress code for females in general. But then in some of the Gulf countries, like say Dubai, for example, Dubai, you may see native people with this type of dress code, and foreigners, you can also see this type of dress code. It is common in some country, not in everywhere. A typical home in Kuwait, if you see the foods, most of them are for different country. Okay, so starting from rice goes all the way from India, mutton comes from New Zealand and Australia, like that. So fruits from Europe, so like that, a different type of foods from different countries they import, basically. They also try to grow some vegetables like popcorn. They grow big size brinjal. They grow. So they also try their level best to grow some of the vegetables. They have different type of culture like this, and the wooden boats. They were very famous. So these people, they are very good making wooden boats. Camel race is also common. You will see during some period they organize camel race. Gulf, the thing is like heavy rain here in India, you will see heavy dust flowing during some seasons. So that is one thing you all need to know. So since the dress culture is like this, they have a a cloth on the head, so they use it to cover their nose, make sure the dust does not enter into the nose. So this is one of the problem we are all facing in Gulf country. But then why people like to work in Gulf country? The reason is main reasons are the packages, the finance, the salary packages are better in Gulf countries. Life is a little bit easy, so that is another thing. Salary, most of the Gulf country, it is a tax-free salary. There is no tax, and you can travel from Cochin to Kuwait in 5 hours direct flight. The culture of the people, local people, is similar to India. So these are all the things which makes people. It is good to work in Gulf. Basically, engineering. See, this is what I wanted to tell you. If you have a BE degree alone, it is not sufficient to work in Gulf country. Okay, so the thing is nowadays getting a good job in Gulf country for engineer is not that easy. In good olden days, 25, 30 years back, it was much easier. But nowadays, getting a good job for engineer means you have to have a high qualification with very many years of good experience. You must be a specialist, not a generalist. Okay, they don't need generalist nowadays. It's all gone. Similar to specialist in doctor, if you are an engineer, you must be a specialist in an area which they look for. Okay, like for example, if you are a civil engineer, you must be a good specialist in analysis or design or construction supervision or specialist in material procurement, or you must be a specialist in maintenance of infrastructure, like that. Okay, you must be a specialist to get a job. The reason is many local people, they are all qualified nowadays. See, many of them study engineering. So the local government has to give job to them first. Okay, so um, you cannot compete with them because it is the duty of the government to give job first to them with engineering degree. Whereas if you wanted to compete, you have to have a degree with very good experience. This is what very important. And if you know Arabic, it is always good because local language is Arabic. Normally the opportunity is available at low level job and high level job, not intermediate level job. Low level job, it is not for engineers like some the family, local family there, they take few people to as a cook, as a driver. There are low level jobs. And the high level job is like a specialist engineer, specialist banker, specialist investor, specialist doctor, specialist lawyer, like that. That is what the high level job. So, our professor in a university, so these are all the high level job. So, high level job, normally you don't have many local people. So, this is the way you have to look. So, what is available is high level and low level job. Job security in Gulf, there is no job which has a permanent position for foreigners. Okay, if you get a job in Gulf country, it is on contract basis. So they may take you there. So for example, a huge infrastructure they wanted to develop, a company, civil company or mechanical company, they wanted to develop a huge infrastructure. If they find you are the right person, they will take you as an engineer, a senior engineer or service engineer or construction engineer, depends. So they will take you for say project duration is 5 years, for example. They may take you for 2 years at the beginning. Then if they feel you are really delivering well, then they will take you for another 3 more years. If you are working for, if you get an opportunity to join a government company, then it is like 2 years they will give you at the beginning. If you are really good, they will keep contract, increase your, improve, renew the contract. Okay, it may go for longer period. And one more thing is there is no permanent citizenship for foreigners in Gulf countries. Unlike America or UK or Australia, you get permanent citizenship there, but in Gulf country, you don't get permanent citizenship. Only now, recently, Dubai have provided permanent citizenship for some people, like Mammootty, the Malayalam actor, Mammootty, Mohanlal, like that, and Lulu market owner. Permanent citizen means 99 years. They give you visa for 99 years. That is closer to permanent citizenship. So that is only possible. Okay, you want to know what is the typical salary package for a BE graduate, 5 to 10 year experience? This is what every one of you like to know. Okay, so this is what your attraction. Normally, a person with this degree and experience, the salary per month is about 2 lakh to 3 lakhs. This is what normal. And some of them get lesser than this, some of them get much more than this. It all depends. Okay, if you are a real expert, your salary will go very high. And see, if they select you, they will provide yearly airfare with 30 days of holidays normally. It will go to higher 35, 40 days of holidays also to go. Yearly airfare they give you normally if you are an engineer, you and your wife, up to 3 children below 21 years, they give airfare. If you are in a very high position, they will give you first class airfare. All those things are there. And you know, if you really work well, they will give you bonus based on your achievement. Okay? If you are really contributing a lot, you will get even sometime more than 1 month of your salary as bonus, yearly bonus. And up to 3 children, education, they take care of the education expense. And the annual increase of salary is based on performance only, not based on like government here. Whether you work or not, you will get an increase. So it doesn't make much difference. Whereas there, if you really do well, you will get much more better increase like that. Working facility from my observation everywhere, it is good. They will have all the infrastructure required for you to complete your work successfully. Okay, you will not suffer to deliver your work because of lack of any facility. So it is not there like that. So you will see most of the engineers, they go work in good office or outside with good facility. Working time normally is 7:30 to 3:30. This is what the working time normally. If you work in public sector, 2 days holiday. If you work in private sector, 1 day holiday. This is also normal. Climate in Gulf country is very harsh. This you have to know. In summer it is very hot. In Kuwait it go beyond 50 degree. In winter now it is winter. The climate will be very mild, very comfortable and mild, about 10 degree centigrade. Sometimes even it comes closer to zero. Whether it is 50 degree or 10 degree, most of the time the humidity in the air is less. So that means you don't feel you are sweating. By the time the sweat comes out, it evaporates. And the rain is only this much, 110 millimeter or so per year. Very little rain. You don't see rain lot of times. When you know what is your salary, you also need to know what is the expenditure in Gulf country. In Gulf country, typical house rent is 40,000 to 50,000 per month for a single bedroom house. In Coimbatore, for example, you say you will get a single bedroom house for easily for 10,000 rupees. Whereas here you have to pay 40 to 60. If it is a double bedroom house, in some places in Kuwait, we have to pay 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, so house rent is one of the thing is really high. Food expense is a little bit more than India. It is not that high because say in Gulf country, you see lot of people working at low level and very few people at high level. So the business, hotel business, they have to run to meet both these type of people, no? So you will get easily good food for 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. Transport, most of the company they provide. If not, it is not really high.
Participants, please mute yourself.
Better,
I request.
madam, you try to mute them all, madam.
Yes, sir. Ganesh,
Ma'am?
Yeah, try mute
mute
them all.
everybody, Ganesh.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am. Okay,
Mute
ma'am.
the other parts and except the
Okay, ma'am.
presenter, all should be muted.
all
Okay,
people,
please
yeah,
Okay,
do
ma'am.
that.
mute.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, you can
Okay, okay.
unmute after the presentation. You can unmute for them to raise questions.
Okay, sir.
Till that time,
Okay,
it will
sir.
be nice if they don't interrupt. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Transport is also not very expensive. See, the local buses you can take monthly the coupon. So this is like that. But then insurance hospital you have to pay some money. So it is no more free. When I joined there during 2003, hospitals were free. Nowadays. Okay, so this is what you have to know. Basically, first of all, based on this, you have to decide whether it is worth working in Gulf country or not. This is the first thing you have to keep in your mind. You have to understand the salary, what you get, packages, expenditure, climate, everything you have to understand before you take a decision. Because what happened, many times people think working in Gulf country means very lucrative, you earn a lot of money and you will save a lot of money. It is not so. It is not real. And many agents, they give you false promises and take a lot of money from you, and then finally they will put you in a job which is really not engineering job. I have seen many people in Kuwait with engineering degree, They come through agents and then they do a menial job. Okay. So you have to be very, very careful. But then you have to know these background and quality of life, harsh climate, cultural difference, all these things you have to know before taking decision. Now I will give you some more information about the Gulf country. See, every Gulf country have many foreigners. For example, Kuwait, 55% of the people are from different country around the world. Okay, United Arab Emirates, 87% of the people are from abroad. Only 13% are local people. You see, in each Gulf country, the GDP is based on oil and gas. Mainly, these two are adding to their GDP. For example, if you see Kuwait, 62% of their GDP is through hydrocarbon, oil, crude oil or refined product, 62%. Remaining only from other things like banking, business, trading, all these things. Okay. So most of the country, only UAE, it is reduced now. UAE, Bahrain, their GDP is smaller from oil sector. They are growing with non-oil sector nowadays. In Gulf country, see, it is not like many country, we cannot make murder or terrorism, sorcery, adultery. These things are very, very severe punishment. Okay, so it is not like India, I have to say. In India, for example, people escape after doing all these type of criminal activities very easily. People escape here. But in Gulf country, no, such things may not be possible. I myself have seen in my eyes from 2003, many people were hanged in the open space because of these type of criminal acts. Okay, so this is very, very important to know. Freedom of media in Gulf country, they are freedoms are available, so you can tell to media your opinion, but then we have to do it very, very carefully. It is not like here. Here you have 100% freedom to talk to media. Anything you can talk. So like that here, but there it is not so. You have to be a little bit careful while you give any information to media. What is the most important thing is the GDP per capita. Per head, what is the global domestic product in US dollar? Among the whole world, Qatar is number one. Their GDP per capita is the highest, more than $100,000. That means 75 lakh rupees per head is the GDP. That is the reason engineers or anybody working in Qatar, they get better salary than even other countries. Okay, when you talk about GDP, see, UAE is high, Kuwait is high. So this number, the green color indicates the GDP are high. The red color here is, these are all not Gulf country. This is all in Africa, North Eastern Africa. They are all not anywhere closer to this country. Okay, so in Gulf country, people love to build high-rise buildings everywhere. For example, in Kuwait, we have Al Hamra Tower, 413-meter high. In Burj Khalifa in UAE, 828-meter high. And in Kuwait, we are planning to build 1,001-meter high building. Okay, in an area called Sabiya. So you will see people making infrastructure that really amazing, no? Something, if you think 1,001-meter high building is something you can only imagine, no? So these things people build here. In Gulf country, most of the Gulf country, the population from Kerala is high, normally everywhere. Okay. For example, in Kuwait itself, this is, I think, few years back, more than 1,27,000 people are from Kerala. Every Gulf country, the Keralite population is very high and non-Keralite population is second. For example, in Kuwait, right now the population, total population is about 45 lakhs. Out of that, nearly 9 lakhs are from India. Out of this 9 lakh, 50%, nearly 50% are from Kerala. Okay. And you know, see, when you are working in a country, you need to know what is the Human Development Index. This also you have to know. Human Development Index meaning is how the humans are developed in terms of education, employment, hospital facilities, job opportunities, like that. See, this is a, how do you say I am developed? So you have to say you are developed based on all these things, how good you are in, from education, what type of salary you are getting, what type of life you are leading, all these things counts. So the whole world have human development index. Number one, sometime Norway, Sweden, sometime New Zealand, they are all number 1 to 10. If we see the Human Development Index, they are here, they are all in green color, means better. Okay. Compared to many countries, for example, you see this is 171, it is one of the worst, 175 is worst from Human Development Index. Okay, from that point of view, the GCC countries, they are far better. As I told you, GCC country itself, every year they produce more than 2 million metric ton of dates they produce and export everywhere. You also need to know what is the environment, okay, environmental performance based on this. So, what I tell, even in India, if you get a job in Delhi, okay, an engineer job in Delhi, another job, say in a place very close to Coimbatore, with almost same salary. If I ask the student, where do you want to go? Normally they say near Coimbatore. The reason is the level of pollution is less near Coimbatore, whereas in Delhi the pollution is very high. So people also look into this before you select a job. Make sure you are going to a place where the pollution, atmospheric pollution is less, because if you go and expose yourself to an area where pollution is very, very high, it will cause a lot of disease and the life expectancy will reduce. So it is not good. So that way, within the Gulf country, if you see, the ranks, if you see, Kuwait have 126, whereas UAE 77. 77 means it is better. 77 is better. 126 is not that better. Within the Gulf country, UAE, the air quality index is better. You also need to know what is the petrol price in GCC country. It is much cheaper compared to India. India you pay 100 rupees per liter. Whereas here in Kuwait you pay 15 rupees per liter of petrol. So it is almost similar in other Gulf countries. So petrol is cheap here. Water is expensive. 1 liter of water, if you wanted to buy outside in a supermarket, you will pay 25 rupees, something like that. Okay. So the Gulf country, the attraction is still 54% of the oil reserve is in Gulf country. So that way they will keep developing. So people like many people will get job in future provided they have the talent, experience, and knowledge up to their expectation. So still it is there. Religion in the Gulf country, main religion is Muslim. That is what the religion. For example, in Saudi Arabia, 93% of the Muslim. In Kuwait, 74% Muslims, 14% Christians and Hindus and other religions. Like that. So Muslim population is, they are Muslims, so their everything is based on Quran. Okay, so you have to obey the rules and regulations governed by Quran. Some of the biggest cities here, these are all the biggest cities where many of the foreigners and Indians they work. It is a population, few years back, this is the population. Healthcare service, see, when you go to a country, you also have to take care that country takes care of your health. Okay. What this means, Qatar 90% means they really take care of your health. Compared to, for example, Iraq 28%. Iraq is not a Gulf country, people love to go. But 28% means you don't get much healthcare facility. That is what it means. Okay, Kuwait is 62%, so Oman 79%, so it is like that. So in Kuwait, we pay every time we go to hospital, we pay money for meeting the doctor or taking medicine. You remember the salary and package always depends on what is the price of crude oil per barrel. This is what from 2006 the crude oil price moved up to $135 per barrel, and it came down to even closer to $20 to $23 few years back. So when oil price rises, you get better package. When oil price plumbs, your package they will cut many of your perks they will cut. This is how Kuwait looks from the seaside. This is where the Kuwait. My institute is somewhere here. Okay, Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research is somewhere here. It looks very good from the seaside. It is really good. See, you have a road all the way going through the sea. And this is how the UAE looks. Okay, now what type of documents you need to work in Gulf? First of all, you have to take your passport. Second, you have to look for a job and interact with companies. And finally, if they agree, they will give you visa. Visa is to enter the country. That is a permission, invitation from the employer. Then you have to attest all your certificates here in India, in Kuwait Embassy. Passport, for example, people from Coimbatore region, my region, I belong to Coimbatore here. You easily get passport by online application. So this is address, contact address. So nowadays getting passport is very easy. Within 3 months you get your passport. Okay, the source of information for job in good olden days, when I was doing my engineering study, I used to apply, I used to look into Times of India, Hindustan Times, all those things. Okay, even scientific journal, or through friends working in Gulf country, or through website. Nowadays, most of the jobs are come in website, and these are all the websites for Gulf job. Okay, there are a lot of promising websites available like this, where you can go and register, and if your experience is really good, they will call you for interview. So like this, there are so many different websites available for. Okay. So easily you can register, and you may get a good job. Okay, so it is all possible. You can do that. For your attention, from my experience, see, when I applied during 2002, the position I am holding is a scientist position. I saw the advertisement in a journal, okay, journal where they publish scientific information. So then when I applied, they called me for an interview there. I have to go all the way to Kuwait, stay with them for a few days, give seminar, lecture, what I will do if I get an opportunity here. And they were assessing my presentation. So I was staying there for a few days, going around the facility, talking with people, their plans, what is the long-term plan of the institute, so all these things. So based on that, finally they said, okay, so this is the package you get. If you are interested, you can join in 3 months. So that's what it is. Okay, most of the high position is like that. But then many people, they try through local agent. Some of the local agents are really trustworthy, and many of them are not. So you have to be very careful while applying through agents. Government of India, many of the state governments, they have their own Manpower Development Corporation, Overseas Manpower Development Corporation, Tamil Nadu, the government of Tamil Nadu undertaking. What they do, you register your application with them. They will, if they find a suitable job for your education and experience, they will call you for an interview, and they will do all the services, and you will pay some money to them, but they will do it. So this is a straightforward way of doing. Hope the information what I gave you is really useful. I will just close this and we will go for question and answer. You can ask any questions. I will try to answer so that it is useful for you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very nice information. Let us have the interaction now. Session participants, please ask whatever may be issue or query related to this presentation today. About the job opportunities, how can you move, or any type of approach you can ask expert member now.
Read பண்றீங்களா?
Hello. Hello. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yeah, somebody is coming. Yeah, raise your hand. Ardeen. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Myself, Syed Farin. I'm a B Mechanical Engineering graduate. Of course, I'm
Okay.
a 2019 passed out batch. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
searching. I'm just searching for good job in abroad. There are 4 methods to get job in abroad. Number 1 is using career section. We have to go through
Okay.
different types of companies and go within their career section. And secondly, as you said, like it's via agents. I don't have belief with agents. And third is we have to get a visit visa and reach out there and search for and hunt for a job. And fourth is via recommendations, like our relatives or friends. If anyone is there, then it will be easy. But I'm choosing first method to get a job there, like applying for many of the jobs in. I used to search in Google Maps, for example, a specific area, and I would search for several companies there. I used to go into career section, and I would send my resumes to each and every company within the sector, within the specific area. But till now, I could not get a job there. Can I have any suggestions, please, sir?
Yeah, this is the thing is, many companies, they don't reply if the applicant experience is not suitable. They don't even reply.
Okay,
This is what happens.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So if they really feel if the experience is suitable for the company, then only they will get in touch. Because the reason, see, for at time hundreds and hundreds of people apply. So
Okay, sir.
they don't keep sorry, you are normally many people don't reply. That's the problem.
Okay,
So if
sir.
they are
Okay, sir.
not reply, they are finding experience not suitable for that meeting. But then number one, this is number one. Number two, you don't believe in applying through agents, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
some agents are good. See, many of my relatives, in fact, here, they have gone to Gulf countries through agents only.
Okay, sir.
So but in good olden days, not now.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Nowadays, you don't need to go through agents because everything is online. Most of the company, they advertise through their website itself, no? So that is
Yes,
what
sir.
you are trying to apply.
Yes, sir.
Third
I
one
am
is,
using internet.
yeah. Third one, recommendations. I don't think nowadays recommendations work. Only for some low level job it will work, not for engineers and doctors and all. Unless
Yeah.
you
Okay.
have the good qualification, it will work. For example, say in a Kuwaiti home, they look for a
Okay, sir.
driver. Normally, what they do is they know me, then they will tell me they are looking for a driver. If I know somebody good, then if I give them the details of the driver, then they will contact. because they rely on somebody see, who is already there and known person. They rely because it's a low level job, like
Yeah.
but not for engineers. Engineers they select only based on merit and experience.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And if there any chance
Okay.
for getting a visit visa and going and hunting for job there, sir?
And no, visit visa nowadays in Gulf country very strict. They are not giving easily visit visa. Visit visa you may get for Dubai. Dubai they are a little bit open.
Okay,
So
sir.
because the reason I will tell you in Dubai they are trying to earn they are trying to improve the GDP by tourist. See that is their point. They wanted to
Okay, sir.
invite tourists, so they earn money through them. Because you have to go and stay in a hotel and you have to pay tax. So these are all source of income for them. Like
Okay, sir.
Singapore. Singapore you may get a tourist visa because their earning is through tourism is one of the
Tourism.
main contributors. Yeah. So not all the Gulf countries. In Kuwait and
Okay,
all,
sir.
they don't give visit visa. No. All gone.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, I have a final
Okay.
doubt, sir.
Yes.
What about
Yeah.
attestation, sir?
Attestation, once you get a job, then
Okay.
see your degree and all your experiences need to be attested by the embassy here, Kuwait embassy. What
Okay, sir.
you will submit to Kuwait embassy once you get a job. If you are from Chennai, for example, say you will submit your appointment order. Along with the appointment order, you will submit all the documents they ask for to embassy.
Okay,
Embassy,
sir.
what they will do is, if you have a degree from Anna University, then they will verify that your degree is really from Anna University. That is what they do.
Yeah.
Similarly,
Okay.
your experience is from L&T ECC, they will make sure you really worked there. See, because nowadays, let's say many years, people enter into Gulf country with fraud certificates and degree. So they are
Yeah.
very
Okay.
strict. When I went there 2003, there's no verification of my degree here. After I went there, then they verified my degree and certificates. But nowadays it is not like that. Nowadays, before you enter, they make sure your degrees are really authenticated.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for replying, sir.
Okay. There is one Pawan Kumar. He has a question. What are the skill set one should have to become civil engineer in Gulf country? Yeah, if you wanted to get a good job in Gulf country, what I will say is you have to get BE degree with very high marks, number one. Because sometimes, see, in government sector, they look for 80% and above marks. That is a requirement in government sector. In private sector, they may not look for that much mark, but 80% and above is one. Number two is many years of good experience in a reputed company. They know very well which company is reputed, which is not reputed. Easily by searching in Google, they know. So you have to have many years means 5 to 10 years of experience. If you are in ONGC or in Reliance industry or in some of the Tata consultancy services like that. So if similar jobs are available, then you will easily get the job. Okay, so that is what it is. Okay, anybody else?
Sir, and I have a final question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what are
Yes.
all the skill sets to be a mechanical engineer?
Mechanical
As a
engineer,
mechanical
for
engineering
example,
graduate.
see, mechanical engineer, many of the mechanical engineers, they work in the refinery and oil and gas sector, either in downstream or upstream. Downstream is where you explore and exploit oil from the desert.
Okay, sir.
Upstream is refining. So if you have good experience in these two area, mechanical engineers, you get a chance.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you work in a refinery for a few years, then you will get a chance to work in a refinery. Or if
Okay,
you
sir.
work with the ONGC or other oil drilling company for a few years, then you get a chance.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Also, I heard there's a opening for HVAC field sectors for mechanical engineering. Is it true, sir?
Yeah, true. Yeah. It is also nowadays picking up. Yeah, you have to be a specialist in health, environment, and all those things. Yeah, it is also picking nowadays.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you for replying, sir.
Sir, okay,
Okay,
thank
fine,
you,
fine.
sir. Sir, regarding possibility in public sector opportunities, how they are recruiting, sir? In public sector
Public
also
sector.
they are recruiting Indians, or what is the
Yeah,
procedure?
See, I am working in the sector. I am
Okay,
an employee of public sector. But in public sector, you have to be at a very high level from education. The public sector means, for example, I work in research, so you have to have minimum PhD and many years of research, proposal, and publication, patenting, training of manpower, like that. Even in Kuwait University, it is a public sector, so you need to have all these things. And they in Kuwait University, if somebody wanted to join as a faculty, they look for PhD from the topmost universities around the world, top 25. Okay, USA, particularly in MIT, Stanford. So this is a minimum qualification they look for in high-level public sectors.
so
Okay.
regarding agents, nowadays
Yes.
with the present scenario, we can approach through websites. Is it no, sir? Without agent
No.
supports also we can.
Without agent support, we can apply nowadays. There is no need of agents nowadays. In good olden
Okay.
days, there was no other possibility except through agents. Nowadays, we needed to go through agent. If somebody have a BE degree with 5-6 years of experience, I recommend them to register through Manpower Development Agency, Government of Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So it's like an employment exchange for Gulf country. So if they have necessary qualifications, they will get a call for interview.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Participants,
Yeah.
any other doubts or anything you want to clarify? Please make use of this
Yes,
forum.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello, sir.
please, ma'am.
On myself,
Please go ahead.
Shanmu
Yeah.
Priya, I have a doubt regarding. Well, I'm a civil engineer, so that we have to complete any particular courses to search a job in Gulf countries. Otherwise, it is need to cover overall whatever like Revit, CAD, that.
Can you please repeat again your question? I wanted to understand it thoroughly.
Sir, I'm a civil engineer. I have to go through any particular courses so that I have a get a job in Gulf countries, or otherwise I have to go through full of whatever like interior designing, softwares, and planning and all.
Yeah. See, the question is, the answer is, it is good to, with BE degree nowadays it is difficult. See, you have to do a higher degree like structural engineering, for example, and you have to be a specialist in structural engineering with a few years of experience where you will be a specialist in structural analysis or structural design. You are a specialist. You must be a specialist. Plus, see, whatever the new type of softwares which is coming to the market for structural analysis and design, you need to be on your fingertips because people like to hire such type of people. Because there, in Gulf country, all new type of application software they use in all the fields, whether it is engineering or banking or investment, everywhere the new type of softwares, application softwares coming to the market, immediately they try to use it. So you have to make sure you are in the forefront in your area. You have to learn the latest software available for structural analysis, design, or any other specific areas. You have to be in the forefront.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Any other question?
Sir, so it is not possible for freshers, no, sir? It's 99%, it's
No,
not
freshers.
possible. Only with
Yeah, no,
experience.
freshers say, yeah, freshers. When I was doing my engineering BE during 1979-84, that time some freshers they used to get offer because there is not many engineers in Gulf country. One country they don't have enough engineers. During those days, I know some of my friends they got opportunity in Gulf country as a fresh engineers, but not nowadays. Nowadays it is not almost not possible for a fresh engineer to get a job in Gulf country.
Any exams are there, sir?
Pardon?
Any exams?
There is no
Exam.
exam. No, there is no
Interview
exam.
guarantee.
You have to have, there is no exam. It is only based on your merit. There is nothing other than merit and experience.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other question, please? Okay, if there is no question, can we complete, madam? Hello?
So is this possible to study MTech, sir? MTech or MS there?
In some universities, nowadays they opened for foreigners for doing master's degree, but not in all universities. In Kuwait, for example, Kuwait University, they give opportunity for poor Muslim country students to come and do their studies. This is one of the things they do because they like to donate according to Quran. They love to donate their earnings for the development of poor people. So they invite poor people from some of the Muslim countries around, like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Algeria, like that. So the poor Muslim country, the topmost level students, they take them and they pay all the expenditure and educate them. So this they do. And then PG degree, some of the university in Saudi Arabia, there is a King Fahd University. It is one of the well-known university. They take students also Masdar University in Gulf, in Dubai. I mean Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, Masdar, Masdar, Masdar University. Their focus is on renewable energy. So if anybody is interested to do higher study in renewable energy, they can apply. They will give scholarship. Provided if they find you good, your marks are well, and you have the capability, they will give you fellowship, good fellowship available.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Hello. Sir, is
yes,
there any
yes.
option to continue or study in Karas? I mean, in part time, for example, working, also studying in remaining times. Is there any option, sir?
In Gulf countries, such options are not available. See, what they do is they
Oh, okay,
select
sir.
students. You have to go there and you have to spend your time. There are a lot of good universities in Gulf country, foreign universities. Like even Birla Institute of Technology, they have their campus in Dubai, BITS Pilani, similar to BITS Pilani. Many
Okay,
students
sir.
in Gulf country, they go there for their bachelor degree. Similarly, if anybody from India wanted to spend your money and do your higher study, you can come there.
Okay,
They
sir.
don't give any scholarship, they don't give. But if you love to come and study there, you have to spend your money for your higher studies.
Sir,
Okay, sir.
excuse me,
Okay.
sir. But some of the Indian
Yes.
universities, they are permitting for continuing education, correspondence education, and you can attend the examination whenever exam schedule is happened. That's what many people are doing. Some of the friends in Gulf countries, they are continuing their education, as per my knowledge. Am I correct, sir?
Please repeat again, madam, what you are telling.
Actually, our Indian universities, they are permitting such type of correspondence courses and permission to attend the examinations.
Yeah, Indian universities are allowing. Yeah,
Yes,
even
yes. Like that,
some
you
of
can
my
continue your
friends,
education.
See, for example, some of my friends, they registered for PhD from one institute in Dehradun, PhD, and they took every year they take leave for 1.5 months or 2 months. They go to Dehradun to the study. Then remaining 10 months they do in Kuwait. After a few years of work and finishing the project, they got PhD. Even two of my friends, I know they got PhD like that. Indian universities are allowing, no problem.
Yes, sir. All over India, many universities, they are permitting the students from abroad, whether they are Indian
Yeah.
origin or abroad. But you have to attend the
Yes.
examinations on their schedule. That is
Yeah,
the
true. Yeah. According to the schedule, you have to attend examination.
Okay, participants, any other points? Yes, sir. This is a very nice session. We hope many points have been raised by participants. That is the answer for every one of the participants' question in their mind. So it is an eye opener because in India we are looking for many people are looking for opportunities to work in Gulf countries. Really very useful data you have shared and real time data also. So with your experience, what are all the points extended to our civil and mechanical engineers? You have explained well. And apart from that, the overall point to be discussed here is we have to get your own experience here and then to proceed Gulf countries means it will be a good thing, I hope. Is it no, sir? Am I
True. Yeah,
stating the correct point?
yeah.
Yes. So that's
It is
what I
exactly correct.
used to share with our students also. First of all, you gain your experience, then only you can confidently stand on there. So that might be the point of conversation everywhere, whether it is Gulf countries or Western countries, wherever, whether it is academic or professional practice. We have to gain our own experience. With that only we can stand on our profession. So I hope a lot of informations have been shared, and the very much important thing is the web resources. So apart from agents, there are openings we can get in Gulf countries through reliable web resources. That is a very good thing sir have shared, and that web resources also list of web resources also shared in this platform. Okay. So make use of this information, and I wish all the participants to get their best career opportunities. And I am very thankful for Dr. S. Neelamani for sharing his very concern about our Indian mechanical and civil engineers. Well, thank you very much, sir. Very useful information you have shared. And sir is, I hope he will be always extended his help to for any query regarding the Gulf opportunities in future also. He is that much of a very experienced and well-versed senior professor, and we are very happy and thank Dr. S. Neelamani to make this webinar as a successful forum for civil and mechanical engineers in India. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your very wonderful session. Thank you very much for your support. We'll get in touch with you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for taking this. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.